Good evening, ladies. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. We are just a few days away from Christmas. I hope you have everything done. I'm almost there. Almost done. Alrighty. My vantage point looks a little different tonight just because my camera does not want to stay on the landscape way. It keeps going to portrait. So we're going to roll with it tonight. When you get here tonight, please type that you're here so that I know who's on with me. Let's see. Arlene's watching. Yay! Arlene, I got your check. Not the first one, but the second one. Just so you know. Alrighty, we have 2 people on tonight. We are going to be doing a card, a fancy fold, that is called a Hinge fold card. So I hope you're going to enjoy this tonight. And I'm going to just set things aside so that we know what we need. You are going to need a piece of cardstock that measures 5.5 by 8.5. And you're going to score at 4 1/4. Then you're going to, then cut off 1/4 for the hinge. So I'm thinking I already did that. I did. It's right here. So this was my paper, my 8.5. Then I scored it. Hi, Patty. And then I cut off 1.5 inches, which is this piece right here. And you will then score that at, let's see, where do I have it scored? You are going to score it at like 1.5 inches. Okay, so this is that piece that's cut off. If you just did a 1.5 inch piece, you will need it 1.5 by 5.5, and then that way we'll do a little bit of tweaking once we get it all onto our card. And you will still score at 1.5, okay? Then this piece, if you just cut it solid, it is 7 1/4 by 5.5, and then you're scoring at 3 inch. So those crazy measurements right there. Then we're going to have some embellishments. You need 2 circles that are like 2.5 inches, and they have to be the same color. Then 2 pieces of pattern paper. So I am going with more of the traditions of Christmas. This and then the plaid, and those measure 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. I set those aside, and then we're going to have a piece of white that is 4 by 5 1/4. Alrighty, so let's kind of get ourselves situated here and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is, as soon as you have yours scored, let's fold that in half and use your bone folder to give it a nice crispy edge. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this leftover piece, which was here, and I've cut that off. It's that 1.5 inch piece. It is 1.5, right? Nope, 1 1/4. 1 1/4 inch piece, and then it's scored at 1.5. And that is what I did here. Now, this is the piece. We need it here. So I am going to put my adhesive, hold on, because what, hold, I got to get my brain back around this again. See, I looked at my directions and completely like, yeah, oh, I got it. It goes on this side. It's going to get it here there so that when we close, it's going to lay like that, okay? So let's do that first. I'm going to use some tear and tape just because this is a mechanism that will be maneuvered and manipulated by hands. So I really want a nice strong adhesive to make sure that I have a good hold to the paper. Okay, so I'm just going to varnish it with my fingers. Let's grab my take your pick tool because it really does help to get those little pieces up and off. All right, so for this card, we want that smaller piece. So my paper is two-tone, so this is my lighter side. The darker side is going to be on my outside. So the smaller piece here is to your right, and this nice big open area is on my left. Now I'm going to take my piece that I had cut off, that 1 1/4 inch piece that's scored at 1 1/2, and I am going to lay this on that nice chubby piece, the chubby part. Let's get myself on a line so that I'm straight. And I am going to go, let's see, 1, 2, almost 2 inches up. You could go 2 inches. I think 2 inches would be a great idea. Let's do 2 inches. And you're going to put that right to the edge of the card. I mean, I have a little bit of a gap here, but I'm okay. And then we're going to take our white piece, and that's what's going to get cover up that mechanism. All right, so let's put that on next. We need to grab some adhesive. Wow, we've got a lot of people on tonight. There we go. All right, is everybody done shopping, baking, wrapping? I have 2 more things I need to wrap, and I have 1 more cookie to make. And then I do have a pie to make for Christmas Day, but I'm not going to put that going until probably the morning of Christmas Eve, just because I need like the refrigerator space. So, all right, let's take our pattern papers. That was 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to put 1 on this side. And my busy, flashier one is going to go on my outside. So let's put our easy peasy one. Basically, mine's the same paper. Let me just see which one I like better. Oh, I like that one better. That's going to go on the outside. Okay. And we're going to put the plaid on the inside. You could use the same paper for both sides. That's totally up to you. Okay. I like the plaid, so I'm going to use the plaid. Okay, and we're going to put this beautiful poinsettia, and some people say poinsettia, which actually I believe is the proper pronunciation. And I'm just going to center that in. And what helps is I have my white already adhered, so it gives me that eyeballed look. So now I can see, oh, okay, that's on that same level, okay? Well, Doris is here too. Mary Lynn's watching also. Awesome, ladies. This is fantastic. Okay, so now we're going to take our circles. Now, this flap, or the hinge, so to speak, is slightly longer, because if I put my circle here, which it needs to go in the center, it is hanging off. I don't need that much, so I'm just going to use my scissors, and I'm just going to snip a little bit off right there. Okay. Hi Cindy, how are you doing? So keeping the one circle, I haven't adhered it yet, but having it down here, I'm going to be able to see right where I need to put my adhesive. So I'm going to put my adhesive right here in this middle part, and then I'll be able to put my other circle over it. And yes, I am using one of my favorite circles, Circle Dies, Spotlight on Nature. I love that one. It's so pretty. And I'm just going to line up my pattern. Okay, give it a little kiss. And now I'm going to turn this over, and now I can put my adhesive here again, and I can really seal this up. And I'm going to line this back up again. Ladies, this is such a fast card. It's pretty incredible. Okay, so now I have that nice and smooshed together. So that has created my hinge. And we're going to do a little bit of embellishing. And I thought this would be really pretty. And I might need to turn it on a side. Let's see. I think I'll go that way, just because if I go the long way here, it might not fit in my envelope. But maybe I could turn it. Yeah, let's do a little twist. Oh, I think I want those more this way. So you're just going to twist it, whatever your embellishment is. It can go straight up and down. It can go side to side, your choice. But I am definitely going to be putting some foam adhesive. Actually, I think I want some dimensionals because those are just slightly taller. All right, do we have any dimensionals? Yes, we do. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Let's get it right where I think I want it. Thinking right about there. So I'm going to put one there. I'm just going to be really strategic in my placing, because if you put them where they're adhered to this front flap, you won't be able to open your card. So you kind of need to make sure that it's only going to be on the hinge. And the last time I looked for this paper, Traditions of Christmas, it is inventory low. And I don't believe any more will be ordered because it is retiring. All right, so now we want a little sentiment on the outside. And let's see what we have. Well, that fits. All right, so what if we just put that coming under? I don't like it there, so I think I'm going to have to change up my stamp just a little, because I really would like it to come from here. Excuse me. All right, let's see what else is on my table. Well, let's pull from last week and see if any of these will fit. We could do Noel. I think that might fit. And then we'll just redo the the dovetail. Yeah, Noel will fit. All right, and I'm going to use, yes, I am. I'm going to use Secret C. Now, if you're like, oh my goodness, I'm really loving some of these newer colors, there is a way to get them just in these little spots. And they do sell them. I want to say there are I think six or 8 in a set. And I know you can get Cloud Cover is in there, Timid Tiger. So all the new colors for the year, or for the 2 years, they're called Color of the Year is what they're called, I think. I think that's what they're called. That sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. But they have 2 different packs. Actually, I think there's 4 packs right now of these little mini spots, which personally, I think they're kind of cool, because then you get those new colors and they're easy. They're easy to travel with because they're small. Okay, I'm going to just snip this a little here. And then I'm going to re-dovetail. I probably should have centered it a little bit better. It's okay. And no, my Christmas cards are not mailed out yet. They're coming. Yes, I like it right there. And I think I'm going to keep it flat. Okay. There we go. Let's slide that in here, right there. And we will put a few little gems. I am still using these up. These, I love them. They're flat, so they don't add a ton of bulk, which is fantastic. Okay, let's use a nice big one. We're going to put right there. And then I'm going to do a medium one, and I'm just going to kind of come onto this side of my flower. And then I'm going to do a little one, and I'm actually going to come off, and I'm going to go onto that smaller flap, like that. Now we need to finish up the inside of our card. So I'm going to open up my hinge. Now, if you don't like seeing this part, you could cut another flower and put it right over it. I'm okay with that. So we put Noel, and I think I'm going to do May All Your Days Be Filled with Cheer. I think that's pretty. Let's use that. Something a little different than last week's. All right, and since we used Secret Sea, we're going to use Secret Sea again, but I think I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow, so to speak, and I'm going to put my sentiment right here, right over where the hinge is, so the recipient doesn't see that until they open up the hinge. And I should have tapped off, so I have like a little splot right there, and I'm going to see if I can blend it out a little bit more. That's pretty good. Okay, so is everybody done shopping? Oh, I know, Cindy. This is like so pretty of a paper pack. I love this paper. I have not received your card yet, Doris. Probably tomorrow, I would say. Hopefully. Poor Arlene's first one was lost somewhere in the mail. Who knows where. So you're all done, Patty. Okay, how about baking? Are we done with baking yet, ladies? I have one more to do, and that's tomorrow. I am going to make lemon crinkle cookies. and those are with Cool Whip and lemon cake mix, a little bit of lemon zest, and 1 egg, and then powdered sugar, 5 ingredients. My kind of cookies. Today I did the Almond Joy cookies. Oh, isn't that pretty? Oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. Love it. And we call it Christmas crack or party crack because you just can't get enough of it. It's the saltine and brown sugar and butter cracker cookie type of thing. It's so good. So I did that and the Almond Joy cookies today. And we did all of our grocery shopping. And then I still have my pie to make. We are having an eggnog no-bake pie for Christmas Day. And I don't know what we're having for Christmas Eve because my brother and sister-in-law are doing those. And there's our card, ladies. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I mean, the recipient's going to be like, oh my gosh, they spent so many hours. And no, look how beautiful that is. It's so, so pretty. So let's see. I will get this one uploaded and last week's uploaded tomorrow because I have not had time to do those. So those will both get uploaded to YouTube tomorrow. So please head over there, like it, and subscribe if you haven't yet. And have a very, very Merry Christmas. And I will see all of you next Sunday evening for Sunday Fun Day. Good night.